Shauna Martin, CEO and founder of Daily Greens, and I am a WOW woman. I always wanted to be a lawyer. Actually, my Barbie doll was named Cheryl, and she was a lawyer. I knew it from about the age of 8. I always had a plan to go to law school. I went to college, of course, first, but always you have to make high grades to get into a good law school. Went through the University of Arkansas system, college and law school. Graduated in the top of my class, and I went to work for a great law firm right out of law school. So I was, I think, 23 years old when I was actually a licensed lawyer. A little scary, but I went for it. I am part of the generation, or probably the first generation, to have equal numbers of women and men coming out of law school. There were 50% of us that were women in my graduating class. Unfortunately, that has not translated in the last almost 20 years to the same number being equity partners in law firms. It actually makes me sad. I actually had a lunch a couple weeks ago, or dinner a couple weeks ago, with my law school roommate who is an equity partner, and we were talking about the problem and sort of what happens between, graduating from law school and actually becoming a partner, and where do we lose all the women? It's kind of a dilemma, and something that I think we all need to work to solve. Kind of started 9 years ago when I had breast cancer. I actually had breast cancer when my now 10-year-old son was just 1. I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Really scary time for me. I was pretty young. Called my sister. I said, go get yourself checked, and 30 days later she was diagnosed with breast cancer as well. So just a really scary time for our family overall. We both went through a year of chemotherapy, double mastectomies. I think in total I had like 10 surgeries by the time it was all said and done. And I came out of that process really broken from a health perspective. I was so toxic. I was, needed to do something else. My sister and I were actually really healthy. We come from a very healthy family with no cancer history whatsoever. And at the ages of 31 and 33, we were diagnosed with breast cancer. It was pretty unheard of. My doctor said it was probably like a 1 in a billion chance that would actually ever happen. But it happened. So for me, I just kept asking why, and I kind of went on a journey of searching for answers. And I'm not sure I got a lot, but the one thing that I did realize was that what we put in our bodies is so important. What the food we put in our bodies, how that food is prepared, where that food came from, were there pesticides on it. It's just this incredibly important chain of events that can lead to basically polluting your body and breaking down your immune system so it cannot fight those cancer cells that are always kind of forming on a day-to-day basis. So I went on a journey to heal myself and found the answers through food. Everybody thought I was pretty crazy, called it my pond water. There's Shauna with her pond water. But for me, it was the thing that really brought me back to full health and made me feel so amazing every single day. So fast forward, 7 years, still working as a corporate lawyer, but people started stopping me in the street and saying, what is that? Like, what are you drinking? Like, it's green, what's in there? How'd you make that? And so I realized 7 years after I'd started drinking green juice that maybe people were getting more accepting to the thought of drinking something green and just getting more greens in their life in general. And so I started looking into it and bought my first little tabletop juicer, the Norwalk press, and basically recruited a couple friends, and we made juice until like midnight, and then took 60 bottles to the farmer's market here in Austin, Texas, and it sold out immediately. It was a hit. Pretty soon, people were sending pictures of our juice to the people at Whole Foods, the buyers at Whole Foods, and I was able to get a meeting. So that was really amazing. I believe in green juice like more than anything else in the entire world. Like, with my heart, my soul, with every ounce of my body, I believe in it. And that has really carried me through some very hard times when it was really hard, and it was just so hard, and we'd be up till midnight. We'd be making juice all night. If you don't really believe in what you're doing with just 110% of your body, I think when it gets hard, then you might quit. or get really discouraged. And so it's that passion I have that really pushes me through, you know, how hard things can be sometimes. And I just think you have to do that as an entrepreneur. Doing it yourself is really, really scary. And you know, it could have held me back. I mean, we just went for it. You know, we just bootstrapped it until I found my first investor. It was really scary. I think what scares me and keeps me up at night now is just, you know, making sure that we can kind of control our growth. We're growing so fast, and we do it in a way that really maintains the spirit of our brand. I wasn't quite sure myself. I would act very sure, and I think that goes a long way to get people to trust you and to give you opportunities. I was given a lot of opportunities at very young ages that probably I was not qualified for, but I always, you know, was very confident about the opportunities, and what I didn't know I would go figure out, and I would just work really hard, and that always pays off.